Hi. I think Nick didn't get his hay in.
Hey. So this is Onimusha 2, part 3?
7.
I want to say 3. Anyway, how's Nick doing today?
Yeah, definitely.
Nick
3.
is great. Nick could not be better. Nick is fine. He's a mess.
Also, Ben's here. He'll be here momentarily. Also, nice. Yeah, dude, come here. Join the party, bro.
Yeah, so off screen, I did a lot of.
Got the reboot. I'll be in charge of that.
So off screen, I did a lot of gift exchange to raise affection levels, and that will actually play into this part today. So if you get your companions at enough affection level, you'll do extra missions with that character, and a lot of these cutscenes are really dependent on who has the highest affection at the time, and this is the guy we're going to be playing as next.
Where are you?
So I saw 2 variations of this cutscene where OU finds him first, and then in this one, Fuma finds him first, so it just kind of depends.
Wow.
Okay,
That's...
sorry, can you go over everything that you just went
No.
over?
That's very, like, involved.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the reason why I didn't want to LP this
send
game.
and receive such long messages.
Thank you. Yeah, because it's so involved. I mean, goodness, it's like Onimusha 1 by comparison is nothing, you know?
Yeah, Onimusha 1 is definitely just straightforward, just do your stuff.
Ooh, this girl.
Whoa.
Oh.
What's up?
You're too late, Jubei.
When did Mimi Bobek get into this game?
We ended the last part with her going to your home village to kill this girl.
And
That's
she
that's true.
she certainly
It's
did it very
exactly
well.
Mimi.
I can't believe you remembered her last name, too.
Oh my god. That's the funniest part of it, that he remembered it.
I love the Drew Carey show.
Yeah, it's a
Me
great
too.
show,
It's
but
a
I don't
great-
remember her last name. Ooh, what is that?
She's like a...
What if it was Onimusha 2,
She's like a
but
demon or
in
something.
Cleveland?
I'd watch that. I love Cleveland.
Look at her lower
hear it,
body.
Oh, yeah. Wait, so his mom is a demon?
Yes, sir.
Am I like pillow here?
Hey.
How many times have you been to Cleveland?
Question of the part, has anyone ever said, I love Cleveland?
I just
Before
did.
Nick just did. I've been to Cleveland, and it's...
I have not.
Fine.
I have not.
I've been to Cleveland. I had a good time.
So
Although Nick's the kind of person that he can have fun anywhere. He's just a fun fella.
It's true. I am very fun.
he's the most miserable person I know.
But you know me.
Besides me. Well, and
For
you.
burn.
Yo, me and Nick will be the life of the parties, and
This
then
is-
Ben and Trev can be the wallowers.
This is so
I'll
cool.
be at
just
the-
like
not
being
at the party
someone who like identifies himself as being miserable. It's very cool. Exactly the kind of people you want for, commentating video games.
Well, yeah.
Especially
By
when you
your
get a
side
bunch
in
of
your
them
friend
together.
circle. Yeah.
You just get a bunch of miserable people to
Let's
sit up.
let's get some misers together. See how that works out.
And then we'll all sit around and play Pac-Man 2.
Great.
Oh, is that how babies form?
Yeah.
Yikes. How is Bobby
What,
made?
commentating Pac-Man 2?
Yeah. It's a incredible aphrodisiac.
How does Pac Baby? How is Pac Baby?
Who remembers Yahoo Answers?
I do.
How is Batman?
Remember
How
Ask
is-
Jeeves?
Yeah, ask Jeeves. Yahoo Answers is honestly one of the
So
best and
good.
worst things in the world. And I don't know if it still exists, but like sometimes you're like, what is this person asking? How is Babe formed?
They're barely literate.
Remember
What
Zanga?
is
How girls get
what
pregnant.
is Jeeves up to these days?
He's just ask.com now.
Oh, that sucks.
In the end,
Bring Jeeves
the
back.
demons won. And the
Okay, but you have to use him.
Jeeves 2020.
Oh no, I just want him around as like some sort of like funny artifact. That,
Hey,
like,
what
I
about
He is.
what was that
So
Was
a
it
woman appeared.
Netscape?
Netscape Navigator? That's a
Netscape
browser.
Navigator.
Browser.
Yeah, well, I remember that.
Blood of the Onimusha.
There was another N for...
NSCA Mosaic.
Can't just accept
No, it's not.
Yeah.
That's a browser. That's going way back.
Both better than Internet Explorer, am I right, fellas?
Yeah.
I will say one thing, and I want Trevor to agree with me on this for no reason.
Okay.
If, in the very few instances, I wasn't able to do something on Chrome or Firefox, you know what always does the trick?
Edge.
Opera.
Yeah, I
For
love
no,
Opera.
and like I only use it for like 1 out of every 1,000 things.
I don't know if I can agree with that very controversial
And it's
opinion.
like still today.
Like a couple years ago, I had to use Opera for a very specific, like, we were having a very specific problem with the website, the CIB website, that I couldn't, like, fix with Chrome or Firefox, I swear to God. And then when I, like, loaded the Joomla web creator...
Joomla.
No, I'm serious, that's what we have in Opera. It worked, and I was like, okay. Like, I literally installed it just for that, and it worked, and then I haven't used it since.
So Opera
The
used to
end.
use its own rendering engine. I think it was called Presto.
Because Opera.
Dude,
Yeah,
Nick
but
is
now it's
so
all- They all use
knowledgeable.
Chromium internally.
Do they really?
Chrome, Edge, and Opera all use Chromium now.
Trev, what do you think about Nick's skills?
They're marketable.
Chromium.
Yeah, that's the open source project that the Chrome browser is built on.
What does Safari use? Is that WebKit still?
I don't know. I don't follow Safari. I only follow stuff that matters.
Okay. Well, Safari is like has a huge market share.
Oh yeah, huge.
Literally like 4%. It is like actually 4%.
4% of computers.
Yeah, that's what
And
I
that-
tell people. Don't worry about it. It's huge.
And that's including like the
4%
tens of millions
of
of iOS
computers.
users.
Computer.
Of computers.
What does
There
that mean?
are millions of
What the-
computers.
Dude, get out.
By the way.
Okay, 4%.
Yes, of computers.
Does not matter.
Still a huge
Hard
amount.
numbers don't matter.
Really huge. Also,
Percentages
it's
matter.
a better browser.
Okay.
What? No, you can't say
Now
that.
that is actually a controversial opinion.
No, you know what? I would 10 out of 10 times use Safari over Chrome.
I wonder if you have a MacBook and an iPhone.
Got him.
I do.
So, Nick,
The MacBook is like 6 years old.
I remember you telling me that
I don't
your
know.
relationship goals for future relationships is you want to be just like Internet Explorer or whatever they call it, Microsoft Edge, where
Very slow?
like
Come
no,
on.
where it's
Do
where like
the controls.
Very slow,
Where-
and
no-
I shut down for no reason.
no, no, it's
Already me.
it's that you don't take no for an answer. Like when you first get a computer, it's like it like boots up Edge or Internet Explorer. It's like, hey man, we made this your base browser, dude. I know you want to use
yeah,
this.
and every time you update it as
It's like-
well, it'll change the default browser
It's like,
back to
hey,
Edge. That's
hey.
just you coming back and saying, "Hey, I made some changes.
And so
Do
Nick
you want me again?"
Nick wants his relationships to be like that. To be like, hey, I just want to let you know, I like
Have you
put my number.
reconsidered? I have new features.
I put my number into your phone.
I'm
so
less toxic now.
I have like a lot of like things that I improved on.
I'm not
So
gonna delete all your data.
I
this
put
time.
my number back into your phone.
I got.
I've
four.
You got a
decided
fork.
to be more integrated into your operating system.
I'm basically.
I just
Charlie from
love
It's Always
like
Sunny.
if I ever
Waitress.
if I ever accidentally click on Edge
I
for
forgot
any
about
reason.
that.
I put rat poison in her shampoo.
Because, like, you know, if you open up any other program, it's just like, hey, how's it going? With Edge, it's like, hey, like, the first thing it asks you is like, hey, you probably really want to make this your default browser, right? Like, it's like, it, like, just,
absolutely
Hey, remember
want
me?
to.
it's like the first thing. You click on it, it's like, hey, before I boot up, do you want to make me your default browser? It's like, dude, stop it. Stop it right now.
Old reliable over here. Come get me.
And then
IE, baby.
you're just like just terrible memories of
Alone.
flashbacks of Explorer.exe has stopped responding, and then suddenly like your entire UI just like
It goes in
Reboots.
that, no, it goes in that cool thing where you can drag the window.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the best. God, I miss that.
Do you?
A little
Do
bit.
you miss
love it-
computers
I love it
blue
when
screening?
when my SO
My
just
work
like
computer blue screens like
Oh.
twice a week.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. What are you doing with it?
to
get the blue
actual
screen.
work.
Oh, I bring it out of standby. and it works fine for a little bit. I connect to the VPN, and then it says, "Oh, sorry, couldn't come out of standby."
It's so
Or
cool.
it's a power state failure.
It's so cool how like my computer that I use for nothing but like watching, like having videos
What is
playing
this?
basically 24/7.
Okay.
Is, all right, let's see what this is.
This
No,
is...
you should. This is the time.
Oh,
you
that we
should
keep talking.
Okay,
Alright.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
So, like, it's so cool that, like, the computer that I use for, like, doing nothing but playing games and, like, watching videos is, like, never blue screens or, like, makes any sort of error whatsoever, and all the computers that actually do work are constantly, like, shutting down for no reason.
So I like the idea.
That rules.
I like the idea of us just talking every second, right?
Yeah.
And just
Me
constantly, just hold on, just constantly filling the air with words, like about whatever. And then Trevor's like, "All right, on this point, you can actually talk." And we're like, "Oh, okay. What do we talk about? Right. Okay."
I want to go back to talking about my work computer.
I love that
Yeah,
idea.
And the blue screen. It's got
Tell me
a
about
lot
that.
of
You got
junk
tea.
agents.
Yeah, these are all. The unfortunate thing about this game is that since everything is based around the giving gifts to people, you never get anything really actually that interesting.
This game is really about giving gifts to people.
I just like how that thing you just sliced didn't like really pop out. You know, like it wasn't like super obvious that you had to strike it.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, he's
the
talking
screen.
about, like, in the like, compared to, like, the rest of the pre-rendered
Well,
background.
this TV is way darker than.
So in the other ones, it's much more obvious.
I would say so.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think I made that point, like, before. Like, the pre-rendered backgrounds are such that...
Oh, and you just hang? Oh, that's smart.
It doesn't
Yeah,
look
what
like you
an
can hang
interesting-
there.
That's like Ben level IQ there.
Basically. Yeah, so, like, basically, like, the interactable objects, like, against the pre-rendered background, like, they don't pop out in the way that, like, they would in, like, Resident Evil or, like, any other...
Well, in Silent Hill, they specifically make all items, like, very bright. Is it true that Safari is literally only 4% of all devices? Like, even with iPhones?
Oh, you know what? No.
Isn't that what Trev said?
No. That can't be true because... Well, I suppose we can't count it as the same browser either, because, like...
What, on iPhones? I believe...
I don't know.
I would believe
I have
it being
no
4% of computers,
Well,
but...
the thing is that, I mean, they sell tens of millions of iPhones a year, but Android is still like hundreds of millions of users.
Yeah, in like India and China.
That's racist.
What does that even mean?
Knowing that's where they use...
On all levels, what does that
Okay.
mean? I don't understand.
It means they have a huge population and buy a lot of Android phones.
Okay, so why don't they buy iPhones which are made in China?
Because
they're
they're
really expensive.
$900.
Oh.
In like India, they're even more expensive. I
and
think
you
they're
can
like
get
1,300.
an Android for 35 cents. You can walk down the street and they'll say, "Hey, do you want this Android? Just don't, kick me in the leg, please. I don't want it. Take it."
Oh.
So this is weird. This is the same exact weapon from the first game.
I remember this one, actually.
So there's 4 weapons in this game, but 2 of them, the Thunder Sword and the Wind Spear, are just complete. They just reuse them, which is a little lame in my opinion.
Do they, so this is, like, stronger, or...?
No, it's definitely weaker, because it's not enhanced at all.
But you need it, right? Like, you need it to do something specific?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see in, like, literally the next room.
You use it one time and that's all.
That sounds like every game I play, where it's like, hey, you get this item, you have to use it one time. Okay. Into the pocket it goes forever. Right? Are you okay, Nick and Ben?
I have no response to that.
How,
To either statement.
yeah, what if you're just like, that's very complicated. I'm not okay.
I'm
never
really not okay.
I
to
mean,
be
I
honest.
started out by saying I'm good and then immediately went to I'm a mess. So, which is it?
Yeah, but
My life's a mess.
we don't want to.
Everybody's
We
like,
don't.
"My
Life's a mess.
Oh, that's cool. We don't want to hear that though, Nick. We just want to hear that
I'm
you're okay.
terrific. I've never been better. I
I've
love
got nothing
pandemics.
going for
Have,
me.
have I had the conversation during LPs of the phrase "living the life"? and how that's essentially like what Nick said, where
I
like
hate it.
if anyone, if you're ever like, how you doing, man? They're like, oh, you know, living the life. It just means that they're like secretly very depressed.
I'm living the dream.
Yeah, living the
yeah,
dream. Living the dream. I'm sorry, living the dream. That's
No,
even worse.
I mean, yeah.
oh, you
that
know,
sucks.
living the dream. It's like you want to be like, hey, man, it'll be okay. If anyone ever says living, oh, just another day, living the dream.
One time I was passing like a coworker at work, and you know we were doing that small talk.
I
like,
work.
"Hey."
I talk to people.
Got him.
How dare you work?
All right, continue.
Actually, don't.
Oh, dude, imagine
I'm
if Ben.
done.
Imagine if Ben just never said anything again. That'd be awful.
That would be really awful, and you know I wouldn't curse the world like that. But so I was like, we were doing like that small talk thing, like, hey, how are you? Like,
What's the scuttlebutt?
What else do you do when you small talk?
Ask
Okay,
whether
so if I did
kids-
this, so I did this right. If you raise your affection levels with Fuma enough,
Is this the Lost Woods?
you're in general you're supposed to solve this Lost Woods by yourself. There's like a little yellow like
Skull
demon that's at the end of these that you try to defeat, and then it shows a true path. But if you raise your affection level with Fuma enough, the little yellow devil will never show up, and you just get lost, and you have to do an entire section with the ninja kid.
Wow,
That's cool.
And it's
this
actually
game's so involved, dude.
yeah. And this section's actually really long with this kid.
This maze.
I love this guy.
Lost.
Well, anyway, my coworker said,
Oh yeah. He
he
telling a
said-
story.
What do you small talk with normies about?
can't complain, 6 feet above ground, and like I
Wait,
just
why?
like,
Is he floating?
That doesn't make any sense.
yeah, I let it go for like a second, and then like after I like walked past, I thought about it. I was like,
Maze.
that doesn't make any sense.
He's just on another level.
Oh, here's another one. You ready?
What's up?
Hey, how you doing, man? Can't complain. No one's gonna listen.
Yeah.
I've never heard that
I haven't
one.
heard.
You
no
never
one's
heard that
gonna-
one?
I haven't heard no one.
People tell me that probably once a week. They're like, no one would listen.
Do they ever come up and go, working hard or hardly working?
My favorite thing of all time, and this still happens to this day, 9 years in, is like this happened today. Today was like a very busy day, but oddly there were long periods of time where no one would be in store, and there'd be periods of time where we'd have like 15 people in there, and like it'd be like 3 p.m. and I'm like already tired to hell because it was just so crazy, and people would come to me and be like, "Hey, you guys reopen? How's everything doing? You guys okay?" And it's like, and I'm
Just,
always like,
very concerned.
and I'm always like, oh, like 20 minutes ago there was like a dozen people in here, but like everyone comes and goes at the same time. It's like, I mean, Trevor knows, it's just very weird where you can have like, especially a Saturday, you can have like the store filled and then all of a sudden no one's in there and you're like, what happened? But I just love it. 1 minute later someone comes in, hey, are you guys doing okay? Like, are you alright with all this going on? And it's like,
You can talk to me if you need to.
no,
You know,
I
I'm
guess
here for
you
dude.
should buy a 360.
Yeah.
60, really.
Why this thing?
It's like
with
the
largest
one
profit
console that
margin?
we still have a bunch of them left.
Yep.
Actually,
Even SNESes we've been going through them pretty good. The only literally, all right, Ben and Nick,
Yeah,
Hey.
what's up?
how many handhelds, including Switches and Switch Lites, do we have in the store right now?
7.
It was right in the middle. We have 3. We have two
Oh.
we have 2 SPs and 1 DS Lite. That's all we got one in today.
Yeah, we ended with 2 yesterday.
That's
And
incredible.
every system, even Wii's, we only have 6 or 7 Wii's. Everything else we have less than like 2 or 3, except for SNESes, we have like 20, and 360s we have like 70 of them. Everything else we have like nothing right now. We have like 1 PS3, we have no PS4s, we have,
So you're
like,
saying now
3
is a good time
PS2s.
to pick up a 360?
for the love of God, buy a 360.
I'll buy
please.
one for half price.
Actually,
I'll sell it to you for $60.
I actually
Really?
don't think it would be.
That's what
like,
they normally go for.
Oh.
They're super cheap.
Wait, this 360's not the newest one, is it?
No.
No.
Oh crap! Never mind.
Well, I still don't think that like that would be like a bad deal.
I had someone call and they were like, "Do you have any Xbox Ones? No. PS4s? No. Switches? No. Do you have any 360s? Yes, sir. Why, we can help you with that. Come
You want
on
60
in.
of them.
Come on in. You want games? We have a whole wall of them.
I was thinking about buying a 360 for me and all my friends and family, so that's really cool.
Oh, that'd be so base, dude. If someone was like, give me 4 360s, I'd be like, guess what? Half off a 360, bro.
I also
Really?
need copies of like Gears of War, Halo, or whatever you have the most of.
I'll buy 4
Every Call of
360s if I
Duty.
get them for the price of 2.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm not desperate. I just wish people wanted 360s.
Call me when you are desperate.
That's my favorite type of customer about anything in the world. It's just like, oh, I'm not talking about CIB customers, but people that are like, oh, I'm just gonna wait till this place shuts down and then I'll go in and buy all their stuff. It's
Okay.
like, all right, that's why Blockbuster went under.
Yeah. Just,
Oh, hey, Blockbuster's
hold
going
out.
under. Well, and to be fair, I did buy a lot of fixtures from Blockbuster, but
did. You really gutted them.
also, if we didn't buy the fixtures, it's not like they can ship those back to warehouse. So that I did them a favor, all things considered.
That was cool.
I did corporate Blockbuster a favor
Yeah, because otherwise they would have
by
to like.
waiting till they shut down.
Here's another cool thing that people say. There he is, just like a guy that you see every
Dude.
day.
Every single time someone's like, that's the guy I want to see, it's
Yeah.
never, ever, 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 ever in 9 years followed by A, someone I want to see, or B, good news.
Yeah, it's always
like-
my boss saying, "There he is," and I'm like, "Me? What? What do you need me for?"
That's the guy I want to see, and then you're
No,
like,
please.
oh, it's you. Yeah, so, right, so I got like a million questions about whatever. It's like, dang it. That's the guy I want to see. Anyway, I bought a Wii at GameStop, and I'm having trouble with it, and I'm hoping you can, help me right now. Thanks. Okay.
Yeah, I got a call from some guy yesterday that was like, I called GameStop and they said to call you about I bought a Wii at a yard sale and I'm having trouble hooking it up. And it's like I understand that the person working at GameStop was probably miserable and wanted to die,
Yeah.
but please don't do that.
But
They're
like,
trolling
they
you
need
pretty
they need
good.
to understand that you're also miserable and want to die.
We're, if they keep doing that, we're, I don't think they realize the powers they're messing with, because if we want to mess with them, we will mess with them. I was born on the trolling streets, my friends. I was,
Molded by it.
And you,
they what's the line? You simply,
I never
you
watched
simply,
that movie.
you simply accepted it. I was born in it. I was molded by it.
Yeah.
It's like, son, if you want me to start
something like
trolling
that.
you, I will send every single person. I'll be like, I definitely heard that GameStop has Switches. You should go over there right now.
Okay, well then.
I heard they have one left. You should hurry over right now.
What you should do is tell a bunch of people they're getting them in a couple days, so that they just have a rush and right at closing or something.
I'm sure it was just someone that was
Time.
like, we don't carry Wii's, maybe. I don't know if they do or not.
Hello?
You know. So whatever, but it's like, don't ever, 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 ever send tech support to us, especially for a system that someone didn't get from us. Like, come on. And I understand the guy calling us and being like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's still like, dude.
Are those connectors
that's
shaped so you can only put them into one place?
Yeah. It's probably, I mean, what
That's
was it
correct.
like? He couldn't plug it into the TV or something?
I don't even know.
Well, a lot of times what people do is they only have component on their TV, so they try to plug it in and they're like, it's turning black and white.
Is it RCA?
Yeah,
the
it's
red, yellow,
it's standard
white?
RCA, yeah.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
they'll be like, I don't.
Compositor.
I mean, sometimes people literally don't know. They'll be like, I'll be like, is there red, white, yellow in the back of the TV? And they'll be like, I don't know. And I'll be on the phone with them and be like, can you check? It's like, I don't see
Oh, my
nothing.
phone cord doesn't reach over there.
they're on a literal what are those, a rotary
Landline.
phone? They're on a
Rotary
literal
phone.
rotary phone. Hold on.
They got that thing where
The
they have to
wall-
hold it up to
the
their
wall-mounted
ear and
thing.
talk into that. Yeah.
Yellow? that little thing, yeah.
Hold on, let me go check. Well, I have to leave you alone for a second.
I gotta crank
It doesn't
this.
reach over there.
My favorite thing is when
God.
people call and then they're like, and you're like, CIB, this is Spencer, and they're like, hold on a sec, and I'm like, what?
What's
They
up?
didn't expect anybody to answer. I believe.
Whoa, hold on, and then it's like 30, 45 seconds. I'm like, what?
What are you doing?
Like, you called me. Stop it.
Just finish it
I
up.
love doing
Flush.
Oh god, I would hang up. Nick would do that.
But-
You're gonna be sucked in. What are these things, by the way?
Yeah, so these are...
yeah, what's going on in the game?
We've done it again.
Oh, okay, we're doing this again.
I mean, every time
We
that
just did
Ben
this.
and Nick are here, it's always the same thing.
Oh.
Wait, what are we?
You got wrecked.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you got wrecked.
We're having a good conversation.
No, it's
Yeah.
fine because there's really nothing to say about this part.
Oh,
So at
okay.
the end of Onimusha 1, there's the Demon Realm where you can unlock the...
I do recall that.
Yeah, so this one is... The companion quests usually have one of these. No.
Damn, this is good root beer.
Whoa!
Wasn't the original one like
can't say
100
that.
deep or 50
Gosh
deep or
darn.
something
Yeah,
like
it was
that?
pretty long. But yeah, these are actually not optional, which is interesting. You get
Oh,
these little
two
pole
content.
pieces that you need to get into the forest. So it's just like a way to... I don't even know if you play as Fuma again, so it might be long just because it's like, this is your only time playing as him.
I never want to play as Fuma.
I tried that on purpose.
That was pretty cool.
Everybody loves Fuma.
Nick and Ben,
Yo!
slow your roll.
Slow. Your...
This is pay attention.
So as far
I'm gonna
as like,
I'm literally going to later tonight send you a
Yeah.
quiz and be like, who is Fuma?
I don't care.
He's the
So
guy
as
you
far
don't
as
ever play
like
as again.
plugging things into the back of the TV,
Yeah, let's go back to that.
It's pretty easy. As far
It's all color coded.
Yeah, but you're
but
you're
as-
you're a zoomer.
as a, that's
Oh,
not
man.
true.
I hate
As
zoomers.
a child, I had a lot of difficulty with the TV downstairs that was like in that little corner. When
Oh yeah, you know
when we
having
used
multiple TVs in your house?
okay, yeah, when we had the RF adapter there.
I'm berating him like we didn't live in the same house.
Yeah, that's right. I couldn't figure out. Like,
Check
I
his
didn't-
privilege of having multiple tube cathode ray tube TVs.
And now, God, I want those. I need those.
Well, like
We're looking
TVs
for 'em.
are so friggin' cheap nowadays. It's ridiculous. I don't know why I haven't
CRTs?
upgraded this TV. Well, CRTs are free. Like you should never have to pay for a CRT because there's always going to be somebody.
What about an RGB monitor?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
I mean,
think
anything that enthusiasts are after, like Sony
CRT.
Trinitrons or something.
Oh yeah, then that would be something.
I'm talking like studio.
But just a tube
quality.
TV like the one I have here, you should be able to get free. Go to what's that place called?
Green Dragon.
No, that recycling place. Free
Free
Geek,
Geek Pen.
Free Geek Pen, and I guarantee if you were
Does
like,
that still exist?
I'll
Yeah.
take a tube TV, they'll be
Sign
like,
was there last
here, just
weekend.
take
Wow.
it. Because
And then they'll sell it.
from what I understand, they get so many like donated to them, but they're only allowed to take a certain amount to the dump each like day. So like they get way more than that or something. At least that's what someone told me. Maybe Tate. That's what Tate told me. Tate knows things for some reason. I like that ability, by the way, Trev.
Yeah,
I
it's,
should check that out actually. But why don't I'm looking for like an RGB monitor, kind of like the stuff that they would use in like studios and stuff.
Why?
Cause